Kalen Patterson, Midwest Muscle. We're at the end of the night on a seminar that just went really, really well. I mean, the weather was really bad, and it still turned out nice. And I'm here. Well, I'll let you introduce yourself.
Oh, well, I'm Nicole Dudas, and me and my husband own Dudas Fitness out here in Weldon Springs. I'm a certified personal trainer and competition coach and competitor. Um, yeah, so what else would you like to know?
Well, you helped with this because the facility was just more than, and it's so easy to find. Oh my God, it's so easy to find. MJ said it was going to be easy to find, and she wasn't getting. Well, Melissa Johnson, and she said once you get there, you'll be more than happy to find it because it's such a welcome place. And I mean, it really was easy on the map, easy on the GPS, and not the runaround where you get lost and whatever. But other than that, John and Becky, great seminar. You guys helped out. I'm sure it took a lot of planning. You didn't plan on the weather,
No.
but you still had quite a bit of well, potential competitors and past competitors that showed up that wanted to learn.
Yeah, you know what? We weren't sure what to expect because of the weather, but we ended up with, I counted over 65 people here, which was amazing. And as far as having it here, we love natural bodybuilding, and I love John and Becky, and I love their shows, and so we have such a great group of people here that compete or come to me for posing or interested in the sport. And so I'm so happy to have hosted it here. It makes it easy for us. It's kind of like if Friday night you want to have a party, and why not have it at your house so you can stay home? So we're so happy to have had it here, and it ended up better than I could have expected. It was excellent. So.
Well, speaking of house parties, you always know you threw a good one when people stick around to help clean up. And it was nice when to see people pitching in, as well, coming in and leaving out and making sure you guys were okay. So that's got to be on the plus side. And then to learn that not only are they improving, but they're learning more, and it makes for better shows.
Yeah, absolutely. It's again such a great community, and people even hung out afterwards.
Yes.
Not even just cleaning, but talking to each other, and even other trainers and other coaches, getting to know each other, and helping each other out with posing. I think there's a few people in their skivvies there for a while, for like a half hour after we were done. And so so it was great. It was really great.
Now, when you have this kind of atmosphere with this kind of energy, and it's so positive, it's so nice to be around, where you just draw that energy. Because some people, some people are prepping, some people are getting ready to start prep, and it's sometimes become that downtime where it kind of takes energy away. It's uplifting, and it brings people back.
I tell you what, that's another reason why I love having people here and having a group of people that come in to see me, is because especially through the winter, we kept having posing practice because it kept, even though not everyone was, 100% like, oh, I'm getting ready for April right now. They, to see everyone and to stay in that mindset of like, oh yeah, I'm a competitor still, right?
Yeah.
I'm still working hard toward a goal, and it's not all about Thanksgiving and Christmas eating and all that. But yeah, it's really cool to say like, okay, we're in the competition season and starting to warm up, and we're gonna start smelling sweaty, tanned up bodies and dealing with some bling and getting people on stage. Yeah, for me, this was kind of like a season kickoff, getting to see everyone and getting some really great information out there and getting ready for all these shows.
Yeah. Now, when you have the supplement people that come in and they have so much information and pointing out the things that are just not, well, I guess popular but aren't really working, and dissuade some myths and help with about 'cause some people over supplement, and that was nice to hear them talking about as well.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you on that one. What about that?
Yeah, well, when you have it where they're addressing things that almost would sound like it would take away from their business, but it's more important for the person's health. I was surprised by that. I really was.
Well, I think even with everyone, you get people who care more about if they're in this market, they care more about the individual and the information that they put out there, that you make better athletes and you make healthier athletes and you make people that are getting the results that they want and are feeling good and can afford the sport. So I think that it really serves the sport for people to kind of get rid of certain myths and put good information out there and find that they have people that they can trust and come to learn more.
Yeah,
so
I thought about that. That's a good point. And to have them addressing each and every individual, and like you said, even after the seminar was over, they were still sticking around. And supplement people are sticking around too, and they're not pushing their product. They're basically saying, what did you have a question about? And I was like, well, I guess what'd be good for a person my size or whatever. So it's I was just excited about it.
Absolutely. We had the supplement people. We also had a photographer here who does well, photography in general, but photography for athletes, and she's a competitor. And we had Brandy from B-Tan. She's got her suits now. Went over a lot of great tanning information. We had 3 other people that had like bling and jewelry. Dim Blue was here with great workout apparel from Lorna Jane. Have you heard of Lorna
Yes.
Jane? So they had that here. Gosh, what else did we have?
Everything.
I know. I was gonna say. Yeah, I mean, we had everything that you would need to go over for shows. So it was a lot of great information.
Not just to cover in paper, but also to cover actually in person. And you had the pros here, you had the competitors, and you had the people that had the general knowledge that's needed to actually make a seminar like this work.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was another thing we were kind of worried about, like if we would even have enough people coming in with the weather.
Didn't have to worry about that.
No, and there were so many people. So we were so thankful because all those people that were that took their time to come out and set up their booths and just answer questions.
Yeah.
We're so glad that so many people came out and they were troopers. Even though the weather was kind of rough, we worried that we'd have all the vendors coming here and that there wouldn't be a good turnout, but there was a great turnout.
And that's what I guess surprised me most is that even in this inclement weather, they stuck around.
You know why? That's because people love this sport.
Yeah.
That's right.
That is.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I love this one. So much energy. Now, when you have this kind of atmosphere, the season's not even started yet. It has to be exciting.
It is so exciting that I just couldn't help but smile today because to see, every time I go to a show, I tell people it feels like a family reunion.
It does.
Because you're like, oh, how have you been? And I've been following you on Facebook, and oh, I heard you were doing this show. You still doing that? And so it was like I got to have my little family reunion a little earlier this year. So
exactly. How about it?
Absolutely. So great energy, and I think it's so important to go to these events when you see there's a seminar that's in your area. Go to it. If you see someone, whatever is available to you, go to it. Go meet the people in the industry and ask questions and get to know people, and that's a great support group. So
yes, it is. And I say it's my fitness family for a reason because there is the love, and it's not fake. And you don't have to worry about when you speak. You're not going to be destroyed. It's going to be constructive. It's not going to be a yes person or just to sugarcoat anything. You're going to hear exactly what you need to hear, but exactly how you need to hear it.
Absolutely. Oh, how you need to hear it. That's great. Yeah, absolutely. You're right.
Yeah. And I'm I'm just excited. If people can come and show up in weather like this, I just know that natural bodybuilding is getting so much better.
Yes.
And that has to be a great feeling, especially, as a gym owner and just helping people and personal training and everything else. Because, like I said, what you're teaching in natural bodybuilding is how to step on stage. But this is not your life. This is a life on the side. Basically, we teach health and fitness.
Absolutely. I think you definitely hit it on the head there. So much of what I love about natural bodybuilding is its focus on not just looking a certain way, but what's happening inside, feeling good, feeling balanced. And, balance is such a key word for me because I always tell people when they compete, Lane Norton says it perfectly, like, all right, you're fighting for a plastic trophy, like, but it's so true. There's so much more to this sport, the whole me versus me thing, and and the fact that it's about your balance in outside of your competition time, and trying to be the best that you can be and do what's right for you, and be healthy while doing it and meet like-minded individuals. And so I think you're right on with that one.
And Jenny Brenner, she talks about it a lot, where she wants people to understand that health should be paramount.
Absolutely. I 100% agree. I can't tell you, with me as a coach, what's kind of happened over the years is I've had a lot of people that come to me, and they're the people who they just want to, they're the bucket list ones, right? Like they're like, I just want to see if I can do it. And what's amazing is they've like all placed very, very well and done exceptional. But it's so neat to see people that, I always tell them, you have to remember what you're fighting for. If this is a bucket list thing, especially, you're just trying to be healthy and you just want to see what you're capable of, but look what you were capable of, and you stayed healthy,
Yes.
and you did the right thing for you, and you're a mom, and you're busy, or you've got your husband, or you've got this business, and so it's it's doing that all, but maintaining your health, and wow, look at what people can accomplish, and they're
Oh my God,
balancing all of this, and they're being healthy. It's
yes.
great.
And when they realize the mental change
Yeah.
that transpires as they physically change.
I think that's the best part about being a personal trainer. Absolutely, is that you get to see. People use the word journey so much with shows like Follow My Journey, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's because it is. It's so exceptional to see how people, they find out about this sport and they can do it naturally and that they can do it healthy, and they learn about their relationship with themselves, their relationship with their friends, or maybe even supposed friends.
How about it?
Yeah, right. The different struggles. It's such an incredible thing to witness and be a part of, and I think everyone should do a show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you realize the people that you touch that you don't know you're touching, but it changes them because you stuck with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And watch that. And as personal trainer, I'm sure there's plenty of people that come and say thank you. And
That's
you don't even. It's like I was just trying to help, and then it changes everything for them, and then they touch off on somebody and brings them up. So everybody gets better.
Absolutely. You'd like to say that, oh, I'm just doing it to be good or to help someone, but the fact is that you feel so damn good when you do that for someone that you are kind of thinking of you, because it feels so good to be a part of that and
It's
witness
so
it.
true.
It's
It's
such
so
it's a great community.
Well, thank you for
Yeah.
being the host on this. It was just a great time down here. I would have driven this 3 times over, and I did.
Yay.
But it's just so nice. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thanks for coming out.
It
And thank you everyone for coming out. And
Yes.
we hope to keep running
Great
it.
job, and I just look forward to being to more seminars and watching them grow, just like natural bodybuilding's growing. Kaylin Patterson.
Nicole Dudas, just do this.
All right, just do that, do that, do that. We are out.